These people will propose anything but real solutions. His solution to making the world better is we gotta fucking hit people more. We need to hit kids more. We gotta put our hands on these goddamn kids more.
Why not try to...
So recently, Fox News introduced me to a new bootlicking, buck dancing, sellout ass black MAGA. And it led me to thinking that I need to have a candid conversation with you guys. I promise you, the black community addresses issues within the black community. I promise you that there are marches, community outreach functions, meetings, you call it, about issues in the black community. As a black professional who knows a lot of other black professionals, I promise you that none of us are pretending that we don't have issues that need to be addressed in the black community. The problem with these people that Fox News has on, the problem with these black MAGAs, is that they're not actually doing the work. They may say that they're in the community doing the work, but their solutions are always horrible. These people will propose anything but giving more resources to the black community. This guy, Jack Brewer, goes on Fox News, and it's always crazy to me because Fox News will have another bootlicker or some white journalist on there to basically look at a black guy, a black MAGA, and say to them, what's wrong with your people? What can be done to help your people? You know? And then that person, this bootlicker on there, will just basically say the racist things about the black community that the white host would have loved to say. And they sit there and they enjoy the hell out of it. They enjoy listening to a black person peddle their racism. Again, they will propose anything but more resources, anything but more help, anything but like tutors, anything but more counselors, anything but more social workers. Like it always comes down to we need to punish them more. Those are not solutions. It's not a solution to say we need to punish people more. Let's just punish people and that'll make the problems go away.
Start this, it seems almost impossible.
It starts locally. First off, in these schools. These schools have to start back disciplining kids. They took the paddle out of the school and everything collapsed. We got to get the paddle back, Rachel. Listen, corporal punishment is the only way when you have a knucklehead kid that's willing to rob you or me at gunpoint with a car full of kids or anyone else.
It used to be the Bible. We took Bibles out of school and everything went bad. Now he wants to say it's the paddle. We took paddles out of school and everything went bad. These people will propose anything but real solutions. His solution to making the world better is we gotta fucking hit people more. We need to hit kids more. We gotta put our hands on these goddamn kids more. I promise you, as someone who has been an educator and a coach for 25 years, from freaking grade school now to college, I've never thought, you know what? If only the school would let me slap the shit out of this kid. If only the school would give me a paddle and let me beat the shit out of this kid would be better. That shit doesn't work. Because here's the problem. We know that the biggest predictor for crime is poverty. It's poverty. That means people need more resources. I promise you this. Whenever I've had a student who's come to me and said, Coach, I have a problem. You know, I'm trying to help my mom pay for groceries. Rent's due. She doesn't have that. I might have to go back to selling drugs. I promise you, when I found that kid a job, they didn't go back to selling drugs. They didn't. That kid was coming to me and saying, my family's desperate. And when we're desperate, I got to do shit that works. I got to make this money. So, you know, he's basically coming to me saying, I'm in a bind here, Coach, and I need some advice. I promise you, when I've gone out and found that kid a job, They didn't think about doing that criminal activity because they now had the resources. I promise you, I've gone into black schools. Kids are poor. They want to play football. They want to play basketball. They want to be able to go to the community center. I promise you, when we found grants or people in the community who were willing to pay for a kid to go and play football, to join a community center, to go and play basketball, that kid got much better. I promise you, if a kid comes to me and says, I might have to sell drugs, coach, and I got a paddle and I beat the shit out of them, now they're just a kid on the street selling drugs who had me beat the shit out of them. It doesn't work. I don't know how you can think, hey, those people over there are poor. They need more jobs in their community. They need more people to have resources for their community. If we beat the shit out of them, suddenly those jobs will pop up. No, that's not how it works. If you want to help a fucking community, that community needs to be looked at, resourced, and helped. I promise you, when you give people mental health counseling, they do less criminal shit. I promise you, when there are therapists, social workers, resources, community centers, boys and girls clubs, people able to help this community raise themselves up, you have way less problems. Like, we know the predictors of fucking crime is poverty. Instead of proposing ways to get people out of poverty, you think we just gotta fucking hit them more. I'm telling you right now, that's never been a thought in my head. It's never been a thought, how can I help this kid? Man, the kid doesn't have any money. The kid seems to have a lot of issues with paying for things. This school sucks. The books are horrible here. You know what we need? We need to be able to fucking hit them more. That's what it is. We don't need better books. We don't need to revitalize the community. We don't need sidewalks. We don't need more community engagement. We need fucking paddles. Hand every teacher and principal and police officer a paddle and just let them go around beating the shit out of people, and suddenly things will get better. You'll fill the prisons up. You'll fill prisons up with people that you could have helped, you could have saved by giving them more resources. It fucking pisses me off so much that these idiots who knew, they know they grew up in situations. Any black person who is successful, and I know a lot of them, will tell you when they were taught financial literacy, when they were taught that going to college, like, I'm telling you, I grew, if it weren't for track and field, getting me to college, getting that paid for me, and then going on to get my master's degree, like, when I learned that those were ways to get out of poverty, that's what works. That works. Like, I was spanked as a kid. Not spanked, I was whooped. I was whooped as a kid. Yes, was I afraid of it? Yeah. But if I wanted something that I couldn't get, if someone wants something they can't get, and their whole thought process, I need to get that, and I don't have the resources in my community to get it, spanking them isn't going to make them not go out and get it. If a kid doesn't have jobs in their community, and he doesn't have the transportation to get to a job in another community, and someone is offering him drugs to sell, and I know people will say, just don't do it, just don't do it. You fucking end up with your back against the wall with nothing. And then you try to make those decisions. Yes, a lot of people choose not to, but a lot of people choose to. And instead of proposing ways to punish them, how about we propose ways to get them the resources so their backs aren't against the wall? So my whole, this rant is to implore you people, implore you guys out there to do more. Like, I know you got your own 9 to 5, you got your own kids, you know, listen, I get it. I got a lot of shit going on too, but I try to take my time as much as I can to, you know, not just with my student athletes, but I go to high schools and I talk to kids and I spend time, you know, at black student unions and mecha clubs and anything I can, you know, to just, whenever I can, to just help. And I think That's what we need to do more of. If someone's coming to your community and saying we need to paddle kids more, we need to put more hands on these kids, please, please say to them, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Because just beating a kid, just putting hands on them, that ain't it. That ain't it. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.